So I've been painting my house and the dust's going everywhere from the sander, making a bit of a mess out there. So I thought I would go and get myself one of these, which I can also use temporarily on my miter saw, which is just out of shot. Let's take it out of the box. So here we have the DVC 350 dust extractor slash vacuum slash blower type thing. It's essentially a bigger version, or it looks like a bigger version, of one of these. It has 2 speeds and an off button on the top. Pretty simple. It's got a hook here, putting on a strap if you need such a thing. It's got a hose a few meters long with a couple of adapters. Comes with a 22mm thing on that end, and that thing clips on there, and that turns into a 30 whatever. I thought it would fit on the miter saw, but it doesn't. Thanks, Makita. Thanks for that. Dust extractor doesn't fit on the tool. You've got to buy another bloody part. Rubbery nozzle and a 3-litre dust bag. Let's put a battery on it and try it out. Sweet fancy Moses, that's loud. Let's test it out on the miter saw. I've had to tape up the connection because it doesn't fit. It'll fit directly onto the top one only, but if you want to have dust extraction from both, you've got to have it taped on. This one doesn't get all that much suction coming from it anyway, to be honest. Right, the chute here has remained clear of dust. There's a bit of dust on here. This is all fresh dust. And we'll see what comes out of this, shall we? So it definitely worked. It helped, that's for sure. I've just been using it on the sander. For crying out loud. Take 2. I've been sanding the front of the house up here with the old random orbital. Take 3. I've been sanding the house with the random orbital sander here, and I had a fully charged 3 Ah battery on here. On high it has lasted 15 minutes. So 6 Ah on high should last half an hour presumably. On low, not sure yet. I might check that later. I'll see if it's worth having it on low. There's not a lot of paint in the bottom there, but it's all encrusted on the outside, the inside of the bag here. So it's definitely in there. So that's good. It seemed to work quite well. There's a little bit of dust on the nozzle there, so some of the dust is escaping, but that's not the extractor's fault. That's the little bit getting out in the gaps there on the sander. But I didn't notice any dust while I was sanding in the air, so I did it without a mask. Probably shouldn't have, but what are you gonna do? And yeah, seemed good. As you've just seen from that last shot, the fine dust from the sanding of the paint tends to go straight through the bag, or when bigger particles go through, they hit the back of the bag and creates a bit of a poof, and out comes all the dust. So I tried to negate that I've put a stiff piece of fabric in the back like this to try and negate that problem, but a little bit still was coming out, so I've had to do the job. I've been sanding the house with an old shirt just wrapped around the bag, so that then captures all the dust that tries to escape. So, not the greatest. Thankfully it was cheap, and thankfully Makita have just released a brushless version which has HEPA filter in it, I do believe, and is much more of a box shaped system. This inside a sealed case so that it won't do what this one does and blow the fine particles everywhere. So maybe I'll get my hands on one of those and we'll have a look at that and see how much better it is than this, because this does have good suction. I mean, it does suck well. I mean, it sucks better than a $2 hooker, but as you can see, dust still goes everywhere. Oh well, it was worth a try, and it's still better. I've been doing it without a mask, so it's helped with that, because it's too hot to wear a mask. Thanks for watching. More Makita reviews coming up. Heaps of Makita reviews coming up. Too many Makita reviews coming up. Till then, stay cool till after school. See you on the next one. Like, subscribe, etc. What's that in the background?